So the best colored shirt to wear in extreme hot weather is going to be white or any of the pastels. We're talking light pink, light blue, mint, or lavender. When it comes to your trousers, think light colored browns like khakis or chinos, or even a light gray, ivory, or white linen. The worst colors in hot weather? Black, navy, charcoal gray. And the reason for this, as you probably know, lighter colors keep you cooler. But what you might not know is exactly how much cooler they actually are. Now, heat, as you know, comes from solar radiation. Light is equal to visible light reflectance. Now, laboratory tests on cotton t-shirts found that the reflectance value of a white shirt are about 1 for pure light, meaning it's reflecting back everything, 0.9 for the pastels, 0.88 for light gray, 0.7 for sky blue, and 0.1 to 0.05 for charcoal, navy, and black. What that means is those dark colors are absorbing 95% of the visible light spectrum. The result, as you can see in this chart, is a 10x difference between white and black in terms of the amount of heat generated. Now, this next hack involves leveraging the chimney effect. That is wearing looser clothing that allows the air to circulate around the body. In fact, the cooling effect of airflow can even offset color. There was a study on how Bedouins are able to wear black clothing in the desert and not overheat. And the research showed it was because the clothing was loose fitted and it allowed air to freely move around the body. So wearing pants that are a little bit looser, rolling them up at the ankles, opting not to wear a belt, maybe switching over to suspenders, choosing a linen shirt that has a little bit more freedom of movement. These small details add up and they make a big difference in keeping you cool. Now, moving over to the bathroom, let's talk about some grooming hacks that can keep you cool in extreme hot weather. First up, mentholated shampoos and body washes. Now, what's interesting about menthol is it activates cold receptors, specifically our TRMP8s, and this ends up tricking our brains to feel a few degrees cooler. This in turn increases blood flow on the skin, which causes the body to dump heat. Another option is to look at a peppermint body powder. Often marketed as cooling body powders, these can be applied to the crotch area, the buttocks, and the rest of the body and keep you cool throughout the day and dry. By the way, these use the same cold receptor trick as the menthol. Another hack is looking for a moisturizer and sunscreen that is an all-in-one. By doing this, you don't have to apply 2 different products, and it's a great segue for me to introduce you to Tiege Hanley. And what I love about these guys is they make skincare uncomplicated. Seriously, everything you need for a skincare routine delivered right to your door every single month. Your face wash, which twice a day, in the morning, in the evening, you want to be using to clean the oil off your face, but not so harsh, like a bar soap, that it's going to cause any dryness. Next up, you get a facial scrub. Twice a week, you want to exfoliate your skin. I like to do it in the evening, but you can do it in the mornings. Point is, you want to remove the dead skin. You want your face looking good. A scrub twice a week is going to help with that. And then let's talk about the moisturizers. You've got an AM and a PM moisturizer. First thing in the morning, you want to have a moisturizer that not only is going to last all day, but one that's going to protect your skin from the UV rays of the sun. Now, their PM moisturizer, why I like it, I feel it's a little bit thicker and it does a great job of protecting and rejuvenating your skin throughout the night. Now, both of these moisturizers you want to use within minutes of washing your face. If you've got crow's feet or bags underneath the eyes, you're going to want to check out level 2. Level 2 comes with everything that was in level 1, but you also get their eye cream. Now, level 3 comes with everything that was in level 2, plus their anti-aging super serum. And if you need the ultimate package, check out their level 4. It comes with everything in level 3, plus their detoxifying face mask. This is a clay mask that you can apply and do a deep cleaning on your skin. In addition, with your first box, you get a free gift. You've got a choice of either a body scrubber or a nail care kit. Me personally, I like the nail care kit. Use that link in the description of today's video to get the best deal on the web. Seriously, guys, on your first box, 40% off plus that free gift. Go check out Tiege Hanley, proud to support them. Now, another quick tip, and I've never seen anyone talk about this, is when you're choosing a hair product during the summer, you want to go with something lightweight. You want to go with something that is water-based. You know it's water-based when it's easy to wash out. You don't have to use shampoo to wash it out. The ones you want to avoid, and I like them because they got great hold, but if you go with anything with a wax or any of those thicker clays that are oil-based, well, they do a great job of holding, but the problem is they just also keep the heat in. So go with something that's water-based, that's relatively lightweight. It's going to keep your head just a bit cooler. And speaking of the head and keeping cooler, let's talk about beards and shaving. I'm not saying you got to shave it all off, but guys, you go down to like 5 to 7 millimeters. Believe me, it's going to be a lot cooler than having a longer beard. You can always grow it back, but those longer beards, they just retain a lot of heat. And yes, I get it. It's your style. It's your thing. But a shorter trimmer beard during the summer, it can look amazing on you. Now, this next hack may seem like BS because you're actually wearing more clothing, but it's true and it works. And that is to wear a lightweight poly blend undershirt that fits you skin tight. There's a lot of options made by different brands, but but what I like is something that has a bit of a stretch to it. It fits to the body close, and it's incredibly light, almost having a gauze weave. I usually go for gray. I'm wearing one under this shirt. I'm wearing one pretty much under every video. What I love about a good undershirt is it protects my outerwear, my nicer clothing, from sweat, because it creates a small space between the two layers of clothing and the air that's moving there. It allows it to evaporate under the shirt. And I'm not talking about compression wear. It needs to be lightweight, but what this is going to do, it's going to protect you from sweat stains, the discoloring of your nicer clothing, and in my experience and research, it does keep you cooler. Now, this next hack has been around for thousands of years, and that is to go with open weave natural fibers. The fabrics I'm talking about here are linen, seersucker, and tropical weight wool. Now, the key with these fabrics is they have larger yarn gaps. Basically, that means when they're sewn together, the holes between the yarns is larger than you would see, let's say, in a twill weave, which is going to be very tight, very thick. That's a heavier weight fabric, great for winter because it blocks the wind and it insulates the wearer. With larger yarn gap fabrics, we want the air to be able to flow easily. That's why I love linen. Tropical weight wool and seersucker are sewn in a way that they allow the air to be able to move, even though those yarns could be sewn tighter if they came off a different loom. Now, to get specific, if you see any jackets out there, any trousers that are made from a high twist fresco, that is a great thing. It's usually going to be a little bit more expensive, but if you can find one at a thrift store or if you've got the money, it is worth paying for. Another lesser known option is to use anything that has a mohair blend. So this comes from goats. Now, the interesting thing about mohair yarn is it's almost got like a glass surface, so it doesn't hold moisture. It allows heat to dissipate really quickly. And as an added bonus, it makes the fabric really soft. So if you see a jacket made from that, go ahead and pick it up. That would be a great hot weather jacket. Hopsack is another fabric you're going to see out there. It's usually rough. It's not nearly as soft as the mohair, but it's going to allow that air to move. And with all these jackets, you want to be thinking quarter lined, half lined, or even completely unlined. So a lining, as you probably know in a jacket, is there to protect the jacket, but it also makes the jacket a bit cheaper because on the inside of the jacket, they don't have to finish a lot of things. They can just put that lining right in there. Well, if you go with a half line, quarter lined, or even unlined jacket, what's going to happen is you're going to have to spend a little bit of time finishing the inside, but you have less material covering you, and therefore the jacket, in theory, again, you're using one of these other fabrics I talked about, it would be more breathable. And believe it or not, if you look around, you can find tons of these jackets out there. I know I go into some of the better menswear stores, and they're actually just hanging there. You just need to know what you're looking for. Now, the next hack to staying cool is to go native. So my father is from Romita, Mexico, Guanajuato area. And, one thing I love about Mexican culture, you get down to Cuba, you get down, is there are certain pieces of clothing like the Guayabera that are amazing. And if you're in that area, or if you've got that heritage, or if you just like the look of it, guys, you can bring this into your wardrobe during the summer. I don't think you're appropriating anything. Go for it. Wear it with pride and stay cool. And what I love about the Guayabera, this is just as formal as a jacket in a setting, and it looks good. And most importantly, you will stay cool. Next up, let's talk about headwear. So you're out in the sun. If you are bald, you know that you got to wear a hat. But a lot of us with hair, we don't think about it too much because we got this protection. But if you got dark colored hair, same thing. It's going to get hot. Guys, cover it. And I get baseball caps, probably the most popular caps out there. Better than nothing, I guess. But go with a lighter color. It's going to keep you cooler. But even better than that, guys, go with a classic Panama. Especially if you're going to be out all day. Guys, think function over style. This is not only going to protect your face, but with that rounded brim, it's going to protect the back of your neck and your ears. And if that's not your thing, go for a straw hat. Tons of different styles out there, from trilbies to fedoras, or maybe you want to go with something a little bit more Western or just outdoorsy. In any case, finding a hat that protects you and you like the look of, that is a win in my book. Next up, let's talk about footwear. And the key here is perforated leather. These are going to be breathable shoes that you can wear. Again, you just got to look for it. Ask about them when you walk into a menswear store or search online. You can find tons of different brands actually making these type of shoes relatively inexpensively. Now, the cheaper ones like this are probably glued, but I find I don't wear them a whole lot, so they've lasted a number of years. Some guys will choose to wear them without socks. I would go with no show socks because otherwise these things are going to start to stink. But yeah, going with perforated shoes with no show or invisible socks, guys, it's going to keep you a couple degrees cooler, which will make a huge difference. Now, these next hacks are a little bit more advanced because it's about what you put into your body. Don't drink caffeine in the afternoons. It actually increases your body temperature. Except don't be afraid of a little bit of spice. Don't overdo it, but a little bit of spice actually helps you sweat easily and get more benefit from your sweating because it starts a little bit earlier. And when choosing to eat when you're out in hot weather, eat smaller meals. Basically, if you eat a larger meal, your body spends more energy trying to digest it and your temperature rises. Now, what about rolling your shirt sleeves? So I love this roll because I can take it right here and just go like that. that, boom, and it's, back cover. Guys, if you want to learn how to do the master, the A for roll, I've got a video for you right here. I explain it, break it out. This is your hot weather rolling sleeves video. Boom, got it for you right here, guys. Check it out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you down in the comments or in this next video. Boom, right there.